Hello everyone, ZaxXiuss here, and welcome to the first episode of ZaxxTalks. Today we're going to be talking about the new leaks as of 5/26/17, the trial, off-colors, and Lars's head. So, I was watching the panel at MomoCon with Box and MK Atwood, Rose's Universe, Slice of Otaku, and all of a sudden I get a message that, hey, there's some leaks for Lars's head, so I rush over to YouTube and I'm starting to watch them, and whoo, jeez, this is one of the biggest leaks I've ever seen happen in my time in the fandom. So much got released today that it's not even funny. We had some screenshots originally from Lars's head, and then we had all 3 2-minute previews for the unseen episodes. So I plan on talking about the main parts of it. So if you don't want to be spoiled already, please turn back now. Okay, if you're still here, you're stuck with me. Alright, so first off, I'm gonna start by talking about the trial. Alright, so already we can see that this is gonna be a very intense episode. From my past experience with the show, Katie and Paul make a very dynamic duo, so there will be a lot of emotions and strange faces in this episode for sure. It's already, given that it's going to be a different episode because of the background. Normally, different episodes will have different backgrounds, like Bismuth, and any episode in space, the kindergarten, etc. has, a unique background. And at the beginning of the episode, Steven is stuck in this little room, and he says the line from the promo, "Whatever Homeworld has in store for me, I'm ready." And then it cuts to him stuck in this big room, and he's going, "Lars, hello, I'm ready," kind of things like that. And then he leans up against this pink wall and says, "Whatever Homeworld has in store for me, let's just get it done with already." And then in walks ZAXX. A lot of people believe that this was a moonstone, but she actually says, out of all the ZAXX, they chose me, so it is confirmed that this gem is a ZAXX. And then we see ZAXX really nervously, talking about rose quartz and saying things like, "Oh, you shattered Pink Diamond in front of her whole entourage, and with that little disguise of yours, it doesn't help, it's gonna make you look even guiltier." Steven says, "Well, I am guilty," and ZAXX's like, "Whoa, wait, you're not supposed to say that in front of them out there." And he's like, "Out there, what do you mean?" And ZAXX reveals that he's about to go on trial in the Diamond's presence, which is kind of a big deal if you really think about it. After that, the door opens, and then ZAXX takes Steven out to the stage. There really wasn't much left, so I'm just gonna show some screenshots. You can see Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond. Lars is pulled out to trial, and Blue Diamond is surprisingly calm about the whole situation. So, afterwards, we, begin with off-colors. The opening starts with Lars and Steven climbing out of Blue Diamond's palanquin and starting to run from these red eye, or roaming eye shattering devices. They scan Steven and find his gem and start to chase them. Yeah, a lot happens right at the beginning, jeez. So then we get on to the star of the show. The 2-minute preview ends before this, so these are screenshots from the leaks. First off, we see this gigantic blue gem, who is a fusion of about 6 gems. She's like a big centipede type thing. Next to her is this tiny little, which I think it's a sapphire, I'm not quite sure. And I'll get back to her later, but she kind of looks like Princess Daisy from Mario, not gonna lie. Next to Lars is a fusion of, which everyone's kind of guessing is a pearl and a ruby, which would make a lot of sense, and there's a lot of guesses that the pearl might actually be pink pearl, which is highly unlikely, but this gem fusion reminds a lot of people of Garnet, which is, henceforth the ruby fusion. And then right, in the front of the screen is these 2 red gems who are actually conjoined twins. They are a fusion attempt gone right. They have gem shards as their gem and they're joined by the hip, but these are the new gems that Steven and Lars will be working with for the next 2 episodes. And then from there we'll move on to Lars's head. So already we can kind of tell this is a very unique episode, even by the title card, with what appears to be a bust of White Diamond in the background, and we have a new storyboarder. Her name is Madeline Queer-Repel, and I had heard something on Reddit that she was a storyboarder for Regular Show at some point, which would make a lot of sense. So welcome aboard to her. So I'm just throwing this image in to let you know that if you do not want major spoilers, turn back now, because this is about to be huge, what I'm about to talk to you about. So the episode, or at least the preview, starts out with Lars sitting up. And he is now very pink and he looks a lot like Lion. He has a scar over his left eye and he's like the center of attention. It's revealed that Steven had resurrected Lars from the dead in a sense. There was an explosion of some sort and Lars died and Steven was able to bring him back, which would also reveal something about Lion that we weren't really sure, that Lion may have been dying and Rose may have resurrected him from the dead as well. And I'll get back to Lars's resemblance to Lion later. But so yeah, Lars died, which is very confusing. But other than that, there's really not much left to say about that section, which was the 2-minute preview. I'm just including the screenshot so you can see the big fusion in the background and more of her gems. But this is what I really wanted to talk about, is Steven is warping through Lars's hair like he does with Lion's mane. So this could mean that he would teleport through Lars and through Lion to get home and back and try to get everyone off of Homeworld, which is a pretty big plot twist, I must say. That's about it. So leave a comment down below and tell me what your favorite part of the leaks are so far, and tell me your favorite of the new gems. Besides that, this is ZaxXiuss, and you have been watching ZaxxTalks. See you next time, guys.